And there we go. And we're live.
And we're live. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. So for those of you that follow us on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, we're on all three at the same time. Wow.
You can see how it goes anyways.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. So hope everybody's had a good week. Too low. So we're not getting enough frame rate. So that streaming is not working right.
And that's on Facebook?
Yeah. Close unused apps. So there's no apps open on the.
Oh, that might be why. Sorry, everyone. We're just getting organized.
We're trying something. We're going to test country internet.
See how it goes.
That'll be interesting. Hi, Amir. Mario. Hey.
Hi, Mario.
How are you, Mario?
Good to see you.
Yeah, I hope everyone had a good weekend. And we had a great weekend. We had an investigation here in our hometown in Markdale. And yeah, this one's going to be a problem. All right.
What, the Facebook one?
Yep, Facebook one's going to be
If anybody's on Facebook.
Somebody is.
Can you let us know?
Is the feed patchy?
How the feed is.
Yeah, if it's patchy, let us know. So yeah, we did an investigation here in our hometown here, Markdale. A farmhouse that's been in the family for generations, right? And we met a really great couple, Candace and Lowell.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
The house was electric. Okay, house was electric. What a great investigation. You'll see posts of the results of the investigation on our different pages. We'll actually do some snippets of the investigation on TikTok as well. All our video feeds will be on YouTube, so everybody can check it out there. But it was a great investigation. We have another one coming up this weekend in Hamilton. But I want to talk
all the way to Hamilton.
Hamilton. So yeah,
be
it'll be a little bit of a drive, but you know what? We'll go anywhere. You know that, right? So the one we did on Saturday, we had a new member of our crew, Mario. We're going to say Mario Neal, right?
Yes.
Makes it easier.
Yes.
And Mario was an addition to the team that you and I had talked about.
Yeah.
We had a great investigation. He just fit right in, joined in with us, and knew, what we were looking for and things like that. Are you trying to see?
I'm just going to see how it is.
That's right. Task internet even more.
Just for a second, and then I'll be off.
Okay.
So people are actually commenting, and we're not seeing it.
So not seeing what?
Ellie says, I am so far so good. Beth says hello, and Aunt Bev says hello.
Okay, so there we go.
Hi, everyone.
So we'll just keep going. There we go.
Yeah.
So we had a great investigation, caught some really cool stuff with the SLS. House was active. And you know what? We need to go back because there'll be a part 2 to the Markdale investigation. There will be a part 2. And it'll be on the outside. Right, there was just so much energy there. The shop,
they have some stuff going on outside too.
Yeah,
just
inside. It was just very, very busy house we were at. And so the one that we're doing this Saturday in Hamilton, Ontario, is in a section I used to be a mailman, so I used to deliver mail down on the street, so I know it pretty well. And it'll be interesting to see what we get there. It'll just keep popping that back up, so you might as well just leave it. And yeah, we'll see how the crew goes. We're going to do parts of that one live and record it, so you'll be able to follow along with our investigation there.
Yeah, I hope some of you are able to join us Saturday night. We did a couple of lives.
Yeah.
I hope that you were able to. We had a few people that were on, or people that can watch it later, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of fun to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Hi, Cynthia.
Now, the one we're doing in Hamilton, Cynthia is a guest investigator with us.
Right.
Because she set up the investigation. So for those of you that don't know, this is how we work it. if you get us into a location to come and do an investigation, you get to come along.
Can you be my parents? Is that what that says?
Can you be my parents? We could be.
We could. You never know.
Yeah. Right now we're empty nesters. We
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
Right. You guys are so young. God, I would. Who is that?
Wow.
Oh, Charlie. Charlie, I got to tell you, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I am not young, man.
Yeah.
You know how they say it's not the age, it's the mileage? My odometer has gone over a couple of times. It's not about being young, but you know what? We're young at heart. That's
right.
That's what we'll say. We're young in heart, young in spirit. So we're doing this investigation in Hamilton. Gonna go see what we pick up there on the paranormal side. Cynthia got us in. So she gets to come along automatically as a guest investigator. And we do that with anybody that gets us into a location for that paranormal investigation. You get us in, you come along, right? We put you on with us and the crew, excuse me, and we rotate around so that you get to experience what it's like to be with each one of the investigators, because spirit responds differently depending on who it is. Right. So we actually, we enjoy that part of it. And, you know, it gets people a chance to see what we do and how we do it. Yeah. Cough night. It's a little dry in here.
Yeah. All of a sudden I just had a dry throat.
And we just went all blurry there for a second. So yeah, the investigations are huge for us. Right. And the stuff that we got on Saturday in the evening, just like this old farmhouse that's hasn't changed in like 20 years, and it was fantastic and it had such energy. And the minute we turned on a piece of equipment sitting on the table, open the box, pull a piece of equipment out, it started right away. Like the house was like
EMF.
Yeah, the EMF meter started going off, and it was like, guess what? I already know you're here.
Yeah.
Right. And it was pretty cool. So we'll see what we catch on the cameras as well. But we had a great,
because we'll have lots of evidence to go through. We'll have some video, about 5 video recorders, or voice recorders.
5 voice recorders, 3 camcorders. We had which was weird at one point. So if anybody knows what we do, we have a paranormal bear called Boo Buddy. And he is his own little paranormal investigator. And we sat him on the bed, and he had a digital recorder with him and a GoPro camera aimed at him. And at one point, he fell over and the GoPro stopped.
Yeah.
Like just out of the blue, stopped.
And Mara and I had been in that room earlier.
Just before.
And there was a piece of paper on the floor that was not there when we were in there. So it had come either from the night table or from the bed. There was a few papers on the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. And what we did is, you know, we had little different pieces of equipment used throughout the night. So we had the Ovulus, we had the Spirit Box, we had Boo Buddy, and then we cracked out the SLS towards the end. And that did not disappoint at all.
No, absolutely.
Right? And we found that, you know, something likes to hold on to the husband, Lowell. Something would like to latch on to him. But it was not a boring investigation. We had a great time.
We sure did.
And looking forward to going back. Part two. Yeah. Can't wait.
And we're still waiting on part 2 from the museum.
Yeah. Waiting on the video that they did of part 2. We're going to go ahead and post ours now. While we wait for theirs to see how it is.
Hi, Nick.
Ours is the video evidence that just kind of ran the whole time we were there. They may have segments on theirs, but we're just going to post ours, right? We have some.
Cynthia says she also heard Boo Bear talking.
Yeah, Boo Bear talks all the time.
But a few times he did say
about somebody touching him.
Something touching him.
Yeah.
Or somebody touching him, and the temperature.
Yes, the temperature kept fluctuating.
Yeah.
And you know what? Depending on which type of investigation, so there was only the 3 of us at this one on Saturday. So usually when we have like a full crew, out comes all the night vision camcorders and the security cams, and you know, we do the whole thing. So hopefully we'll get a chance to do that in Hamilton, right? Because there'll be a few more of us, right? supposedly.
Hopefully.
Supposedly. But Cindy will be there. Cynthia will be there. So,
Cynthia will be
so
there.
we'll get to,
maybe Ellen. I think Ellen.
yeah, and we'll be able to
is gonna
crack
be.
out some more of the equipment and break into like teams, right? This one here, we just kind of walked all together.
Mario and I kind of did some stuff together, and then you were kind of with the homeowners, which that worked out pretty well
too.
it
was nice. It was a good investigation.
We just kind of whatever feels good while we're there.
So let's tell them what happened here last night.
Oh, and we had an interesting
evening to put it mildly, right? So when we first moved into this house, we investigated this house, right? And so when we moved in here, we thought, well, we bought this house because of the really positive calming energy that we got from it. So that was why we bought this house. And we thought,
it does have great energy.
It does. It's fantastic.
Energy here.
So, but last night was a little odd. So Lori, about 2 weeks ago, bought this desk lamp.
Just last week.
Last week, okay. So a desk lamp for her office at home here.
At home.
Yeah. And so while we were doing that and we were getting ready to go to bed, we're just settling down. And Lori bought this new light. It's fantastic. I've ordered one for my work area downstairs because it's got a charge pad. And
you have?
There's none available right now, so I got to wait for it to arrive. You got the one of the last ones. Anyway, so it has multiple different lights. You can set it for brightnesses, things like that. It's fantastic.
Charges your phone.
Yeah, it's got a charge pad.
And it has one plug in the back too.
Yeah, USB charge.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, we're getting ready for bed, kind of settling down. All of a sudden, we see this big white flash come into the room, just like.
And enough so that Jerry actually got up and checked to see if there was like a car that had come in the driveway, in case it had even though we had the curtains closed, somehow it reflected or something.
So
right?
For it to come into the bedroom, it would have meant something had to have drove on the lawn here.
Yeah.
Because there's no direct light in to the bedroom. So
but we checked anyway.
I thought, okay, maybe a truck's gone off the road and it's come up onto the grass. And that was why we saw the flash of light. Nothing. I don't even think it was 5 minutes.
No, I don't think so.
We were sitting there. Lori's desk light comes on.
All
by itself, full. And you have to press a button to turn it on.
It's been plugged in there for, I think it's been a week. And last night, it was the first time that's ever happened. And it came on.
It came on bright. Bright.
Yeah. And I don't even have it set for the bright.
No. And then you and I looked at each other and we were like, okay, what was that? And you asked me to go check the phone because you had your work phone on it to see if it was charging on the pad properly or maybe not.
Right or something, that's what we do. We try to debunk, right?
If it's angled, it may
push on a button
or one of the sensors or whatever. Who knows? But no, it was square on the charge pad. And then first it dimmed before I went over there.
It did dim.
So it came on really bright, and all of a sudden it went down a dim, went down a level. I got up, I checked the phone. No, square on the pad. Weird. And then sure enough, I shut it off. Go to climb back to bed. We're checking out, what's going on.
Which one's clear? Is Facebook clear or YouTube clear? She says she switched over to YouTube for a few minutes, but this is clear. So I think she's saying Facebook is clear.
Maybe. From our standpoint,
from us, because
our standpoint,
it's the other way around.
YouTube looks very clear, right?
Hi, Leslie.
I do see that TikTok's exceptionally clear.
Well, from how we can see it,
who knows?
Right? But we're not sure.
Who knows? But anyway, so I go to climb back into bed. YouTube is clear, so that's perfect. Thank you, Cynthia.
Excellent. Thanks.
Thank you. I don't know. It could have been Cynthia. Cynthia says, "Do you think it may have been your aunt who passed?" And we kind of thought that.
That's what I felt.
Because she was a very spiritual and religious person and had a deep faith on the hereafter, right? And she was just a saint. She was just an amazing woman. And You know, she was the last one of my mother's siblings.
It just felt like it kind of all happened around.
Yeah, but at the
that
same time, like it just
right?
this, and I'm telling you, this flash was like a camera flash
It was bright.
that we saw first, because we
Yeah.
both I looked over at her and I
Yeah.
go, what the hell was that? Right. I
agree, Cynthia.
So we were like, okay. And funny again, Cynthia, the curse of being a medium, you can't pick up on your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's going on? So anyway, get back to bed, shut the light off.
Except not here, but we do need to talk about that when you were in the hospital with
Oh yeah.
with Martin. So
Yeah.
we'll chat about that and,
Yeah.
and then share that.
Okay. So climb back into bed. All of a sudden the light comes on and it's flickering. And it's like fast, really, really fast.
And even before that, the two lights on my monitors
Started to flash.
We were going in and out.
So where the standby is, normally they're off.
Yeah.
So like when there's no feed going from the laptop to the monitors, it would just be off. It would be in standby mode. Right?
Cynthia says she was like a ball of light when she was living, correct?
You know what? She always had a positive outlook. She was always nice to people, but she was a straight shooter. If you were acting up and you were one of her kids or one of the family, she'd tell you, right?
Hi, Debbie. Thanks for letting us know Facebook is good.
Thank you. Yeah.
And Ellie said Facebook. She found Facebook clearer than.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
thank you.
Yeah. So she was always this straight shooter, right? And she would put you in your place if you needed it. If you were doing wrong by the family or your parents or something like that, she'd straighten you out. She was the fastest draw with a slipper I'd ever seen.
I was just going to reach down and grab my slipper.
She could have that thing off, whack you, have it back on, be standing there and you'd be like,
what happened?
What the hell just happened?
See? Flash a light.
Why is my ass stinging?
Flash a light.
I don't know. She was fast, right? She is fast. Anyway.
Thanks, Cynthia.
So we feel like she had. So my son passed away a couple of weeks ago, maybe three. A couple of weeks.
Three now.
Three. Her son, my cousin Martin, my partner in crime. Whenever we would be together in Scotland or here or whatever, he was my partner in crime, and passed tragically. And he was younger than me, and I think she just gave up.
I think she wanted to be with him.
Yeah, knowing he would now. She tried everything to guide him on this life. Maybe now she thought it was time to guide him on that side, and she just went. Right. So, but heartbreaking for us, and my cousins.
Today's been a sad day. Yeah. Right.
So you never know if it was her or not.
Said, was he tall and thin?
No, but my cousin, yes. My cousin, well, not so
tall.
Much tall.
He was thin.
He was thin. Thin, yeah, thin, very thin.
I wouldn't say tall. I would have said average height.
It'd be about my height, maybe a little taller. But that was,
a very frail looking gent who was tall looking.
He wasn't frail. He was he
was thin.
Thin, but strong.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, Mare. Mare's on YouTube.
Hi, Mare.
Yes, but he is strong. And so for us, it was just hard losing Martin. And then her going just broke our hearts.
So anyways, to our light.
Yeah. So the light, anyway, the light.
So then it did it again.
Well, flickered.
And flickered this time. And it's never done that. I don't like there's no explanation for that.
It's like a strobe light.
Yeah.
Right. And so shut it off.
Okay.
Shut it off. Lights on the monitor started to flash.
Yeah.
First, they were flashing like really in sync. They were just the power standbys because Lori has the dual monitor system. And then one stopped for a second or two. The other one kept flashing, and then the other one picked back up again, and they were alternating. And then it was just strange, right? Again, thought, okay, leave the monitors. They'll actually go back to sleep when they stop getting fed whatever energy's activating them. They did go to sleep. Then we went to sleep. I get up this morning, her work light's on dull. And there's no way. And it's off now. It's been off.
It's been off all day.
It's been off all day. Weird.
Cynthia's asking a few questions.
Okay. I'm still working on the height. Cynthia. Yes, he was. And was it 2 lights? Well, on the monitors, there's a light on each monitor, and it's just on the corner of the screen to let you know signal is going through it.
The other one, the light.
Yeah, but the light itself is a
one.
big, long, single LED strip, right, that lights up.
Annabelle is saying, is it possible that a ghost follows you home?
We're pretty good at clearing ourselves.
We
cleared us and the equipment and everything after the investigation.
Yes, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it was, when we left the investigation, even Mario can attest, we all felt good. I drove Mario home after that, and you know what? We felt fine, right? And normally, if I've got some sort of attachment, I can feel it right away. Right?
Yeah, I don't feel like it was from the investigation.
And you know me, when I get an attachment, if it's one that's not unpleasant, changes my whole demeanor.
Emily says she was thinking the same thing, and I completely get that, because it honestly crossed my mind too. Mean, it can't not. We just did an investigation, and then the next night that happens. But it doesn't feel like we had brought anyone home. Neither one of us have felt anything. Have noticed each other.
We've actually been in pretty good moods and
different, but
yeah.
That's good, Mario.
That's good, Mario.
Anything?
Yeah, so good for him. No, it wasn't 2 lights going back and forth. It was the whole strip flashing fast, very fast. Just one, because the light's long and thin. Right?
It has many
little
LEDs,
but they all came on together
at the same time. They're not separate.
All right. Yeah. There's no flash. It was like flash, and it was fast.
And it doesn't flash. That's not one of the.
It's not one of the settings.
It does many things, but one of them is not flashing.
Yeah. There's no settings on it for that.
We'll see what happens tonight, and we'll keep you posted.
And you know what? And after the first time it did it, I put my camera on my phone on record, and I was like, okay, do it again. Please do it again. Right? Come on. Do it again.
But you know what? If it was a sign or anything from your Auntie Ellen, I love that.
You know what? It would be great if it was her, because I got to tell you, once I got the news, I was in tears.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. We were fortunate enough to go back to Scotland in 2018 and see family and see her. Right. Because she looks like my mother. I should have brought a picture of my mother up here, but if you see a picture of my mother and see her, even at the age she's at, they looked very similar. And it was.
And I think maybe that's why I bonded so closely with her our 2 weeks that we were there, because, unfortunately I never got to meet Jerry's mom. So I think that was my connection to your mom and to your family was through your Auntie Ellen.
Well, my mom passed when I was young, right? So I was like 26 years old and my mother passed away. And it was very difficult. It was very difficult. And to make matters worse, she passed on Christmas Day. And so it was tough. And once I met Lori, I kept, I would go out to the cemetery on Christmas Day and go and see her. And then I said to Lori, after I met Lori, things changed. And I said, why do I come here on the day she passed? Why wouldn't I come here on her birthday? Right. And then as it turns out, we decided to get married on her birthday, on my mom's birthday.
Cynthia, that's awesome. She says she's getting confirmation every time you say you think it's her. She gets goosebumps, which is her way of.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that, because I hope it's her. And,
Because of it being so close and emotional,
I can't,
Jerry can't read that.
I
right?
tried last night.
He did.
I tried talking to her, but I'm
Blocked. It's
well,
like a blockage. Right?
for me, I'm too busy counting on my own dreams and aspirations that I'll be able to connect with her. And, you don't want to overthink what happens to you, right? You don't, when you're in a mediumship reading, you don't want to just get in there.
Saying hi.
And how are you?
Hello. Who was that?
So that's Ojibwe.
I can't.
That's one of my friends on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Right. She's got amazing content. And it's nice to see, one of the ones that I follow kind of faithfully coming on to one of our lives.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. So
thanks for joining us.
We're just kind of talking about, my aunt passed away last night, and me being a medium, how it's very hard for me to connect to her or any of my loved ones because
my loved ones, right?
Emotionally involved. But we were doing, so when the lights and everything settled down, I got up this morning and the light was on. And I'm like, okay, go shut it off. Gonna go get ready for work. Came into the bedroom, told Lori, I says, by the way, your light this morning on the desk again.
I agree, Mario. Yeah. Mario says she probably was so excited to come and see you. And now because you couldn't connect directly with her, she used the electronics so that we would know that she was there.
And you know what? That's fantastic. And I'll tell you, I'm actually very tempted to put it. Yeah, I'm very tempted to put a camera on the light this evening to see if anything comes through.
That's a good idea.
Right. I would really love to do that. And maybe that's what we'll do. We'll set one of our night vision cameras on the desk and see what happens.
That's a great idea.
And then we'll give you updates as to what happens. Because I got to tell you, there was just something about last night, right? And we did the usual. We shed some tears, and she was such a remarkable lady. She was only about 4'8".
Yeah.
But heart of gold. So now that we've got
so Ellie's asking, she says, I got a sign from Mom, but nothing yet from Dad. I was closer to Mom. Does that make a difference? But what do we know about the time it takes?
Yes. So, so Ellie, I'm going to tell you, Lori has a recording for you.
Oh, yes, I do.
Right? Lori has a recording for you.
Yes.
So I got a few messages
I will try to send that
from your dad. And I asked Lori to please record this because I wanted to make sure I got it in the raw for you. Right. And it's unedited. So what I'll do is I'll get
Cynthia on Facebook too.
Is she on Facebook too? So it's going back and forth.
Yeah.
I kind of got messages of your dad, and I will put them out there.
But her question is she connected more with her mom,
right,
than her dad, but she was closer to her mom. Does that make a difference?
For me, it doesn't. In the means of the connection, it doesn't matter who they are, because they were family. I have a hard time connecting at all with my loved ones, because my own hopes and things like that will interfere with that connection, because I'll have expectations or wants or desires in that connection. So it's not always a great thing to do. And that's why right now I think Cynthia's having a better connection with my aunt than I could ever have with her. Right.
So Aunt Bev just said, could your company, we had some company yesterday come, could your company have brought it?
Now, funny, Megan's dad, Duncan, when he passed away, because they lived across the street from us, after he passed, there was a chair he sat out front of the house in when he went outside and have a smoke. And there was a couple of times, Lori can attest to this, I would see him sitting on the chair out there on my way to the mailbox, right? Because my gift is sight, not hear, right? I see spirit. I don't. So any message they give me comes in the form of a like flashcards or photos or something, but I would see him out there, right? And interesting that they were here, but you know what? I didn't feel Duncan, and I've felt Duncan in the past. Didn't feel Duncan
So
here.
you would know
Right.
what that feels like.
Yeah.
But good question, Aunt Bev.
Never know.
I think you would have been able to have
I would have turned to Megan and
connected
said, Duncan's here.
to that though, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing that makes us think that it was family, because Jerry wasn't able to connect.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't able to.
Karen did say that we keep freezing
on this one
on Facebook.
I'm not surprised.
I just said, oh darn. Sorry, Karen.
Well,
Thanks for letting us know though.
And what I will tell you too is part of that might be that laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I haven't noticed us on
Right.
my phone.
So I don't know if you wanted to, you close that one down and you stream it on your phone. That's up to you.
No, not now.
But anyway,
We're already there.
We're already there.
We're already there.
We're already there. I like that. We're
That
already
is
there.
what it is.
Okay, so so now that we've talked about that, and I will let you know what goes on with the investigation on next week on Saturday. It's an evening one, so again, stay tuned for the lives.
Mhm.
We may do a live here and a live Facebook and a live YouTube and a live Facebook, just to kind of spread them out, right? Because we're working on building the YouTube channel up as much as we can.
Mhm.
And if you get the chance, check out the videos I posted of the investigation in the hearse.
On YouTube?
On YouTube.
Awesome.
Right? The link is on our evidence page on Facebook, but check it out on YouTube.
Just click it and it takes you right to YouTube.
Click it, it'll take you right to the YouTube, to our channel. And then you can see the videos. There was 4 of them, because I know the first 2, when we started with the hearse, we were having electronic issues, right? So, yeah, you should go live, right? And you know what?
Hi, Nick.
Oh, Nick's on there.
Had to switch to YouTube.
Yeah.
The Facebook kept freezing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We were wondering that, because from our view, the Facebook one is a
it's
little
spotty.
Yeah. So we were wondering if that was happening. So yeah, YouTube's probably a better choice.
Yeah. So what I'm doing for those of you on TikTok, I do Oracle card reads. I also just finished a tarot course. Cynthia, my friend, got her certificate, Tarot Master. So for me right now, Oracle cards are where I'm at. So who wants a card? Who wants a card?
Oh, did we bring paper and pen over? Because this might be hard for me to remember.
Well, I'll see them here.
Yeah.
You'll have to see them there.
Right.
You'd have to see who comes up.
So let's show them what deck it is first.
Okay.
Before people might want to know what deck
So
it is.
the deck I'm using is the Pure Magic Oracle. Right. It's one of my newest decks. I resonate a lot with crows and ravens. One of my spirit animals, that and raccoons, are one of my spirit animals, because raccoons are very high in ingenuity. Right. So I got Cynthia, I got Mare, and I've got Mario on YouTube.
So I have, and I can't scroll back anymore, so I don't know if I've missed anybody. I have Myrna, Leslie, Ellie, Karen, and Emily. I'm
So
gonna go get paper.
Yeah, and I will do this as long as I can. Right. I know the one on TikTok may shut down after a certain time, but I will stick with this. So, okay, first one's going to be for Cynthia. Okay, Cynthia, this one's for you. So this one is pyrokinesis. All right, pyrokinesis. So, and what it says about it is debate, rage, revolution, and attention. So if you look at the graphic on this card, I'll tell you what I get for you on this one right away. Notice it's got that symbol of the yin and the yang in there. And debate, rage, revolution, and attention. So for me, that card for you is probably based on what you have gone through, right? And for anybody, that debate is not only just with someone else, it could be with yourself, right? And let's face it, as all of us have taken this path and we choose to go down that kind of spiritual path, we have that debate of not so much as I know it's right or wrong, it's what other people are going to think, right? And then when we find out that some people don't accept what we do, and comes that rage. The revolutionary part of it is that whole system of going, you know what, who cares what other people think? This is what I need to do for me. And this is, and once they see I'm doing this for me, there will be that transformation, right? There will be that transformation. I will change. They will not see me the same way, right? And then comes that attention, where they're like, maybe we were wrong, right? It may not mean that they're back into your life the way they were, or maybe not at all, but they do know and do realize you're not the same person anymore. You have taken on an energy all of your own because it was yours in the beginning. And a lot of times we forget, we give our energy to everybody in hopes that it will be returned, but it's not. So what we do is we take what we can, hold on to our energy, build it up, and then cast it out for people to see, right? And we do that in good deeds, forgiveness, right? Just taking a different road, right? So that pure magic, as witches do, is about that pyrokinesis. It's taking all of that and transforming that whole flame. As we know, flame is the one great equalizer. Flames and fire cleanse by burn. Nothing remains. Nothing is ever the same. Everything goes. And then after forest fires or volcanoes, when you get that fire and that rage, the ground is wiped clean. And guess what? It flourishes again. Animals come back, trees grow. The ash now becomes part of that fertile growth and adds to that soil, right? This is where we go forward, right? That's where you're going forward. So, you know, oh, you can see them there. Okay. So that was your card. Who's next on my list? Is it Mare, I think?
Well, I think we should go back and forth.
Okay, so let's go Myrna. One from Myrna on, and Myrna's what, on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I got everybody. Just remember, just before Jerry starts again, if you are wanting a card, just to
let me know.
To let us know, and I will add you to the list.
Perfect. Okay, so this card is for Myrna. Myrna, your card is levitation, right? And the levitation is that higher ground, belief, mastery, and meditation. So, and it's true. We're not talking about physically levitating off the ground. That's not always what we talk about. That levitation is that levitation of spirit. The spirit goes to a higher plane. You get a deeper understanding, a better connection with what's going on. We're getting an unstable connection on TikTok. So that levitation, that taking on that, and the meditation could be just as simple as something sitting quiet, reflecting on your thoughts, reflecting on the day, you know what, assessing what's important, what you can let go of, things that don't serve you the way you should. You can let those go and that lifts your spirit, right? The more we hold on to things that have upset us or people that have made us angry or things like that, that holds us down. It weighs you down. It weighs on your soul. You need to let that kind of thing go. So that, belief. So for me, and almost everybody I know that follows us on these pages, have a belief in what they do, a strength, a spirit. Hold on to that belief. Tap into it, right? Sometimes it's a matter of taking all the negativity that's come that way and casting it off and reaching out for what builds our spirit, and hold on to that, right? And the more you do this, then you get that mastery, right? You don't let things hold on to you. As they say, water off a duck's back, because it doesn't stay there, right? Just rolls off, right? So that's for you, Marna.
Mare.
One for Mare.
I got you down, Aunt Bev.
So, Mare, yours is the Earth Mother.
It's up just a little bit.
There we go. Earth Mother. So the Earth Mother says it's a psychic recharge, grounded healer, mentor, and layers. Well, if anybody's got layers, it's Mare. Just throwing that out there. So that psychic recharge is taking stock. Taking a look at what's been affecting the mind, or who has been affecting the mind, and then reclaiming it, right? My energy is my own. I carry the light and the energy, and you cannot affect me. Yeah, like an onion. Yeah, absolutely. So you know what? That is a huge one there for, and I know right now, especially with everything that's going on with Mare, she's moving. You take on a lot, right? It's not enough to move to another street or another town. It's huge to move to another province, right? And that just you take on a lot of stress. You take on a lot of the conditioning and the things that need to be done and things that you would probably normally share with your partner. But, at the same time, you're in opposite provinces, right? So it makes it kind of hard. FaceTime and Skype and whatever you can do are a key right now. The layers are the layers of emotion that you go through every day, right? At some point, you'll be happy that you're moving,
sad that you're moving,
angry that, maybe it's not going as fast or as smooth as you want. And then, there's that regret that sometimes, hey, did I connect enough with my friends, and did I do the right thing, right? Buyer's remorse comes in as well. So you get all those layers of emotion, right? But tackle them one at a time, right? Don't let it overwhelm you. That is that psychic recharge, right? Have your tea, grab a book, take 15 minutes, just get lost in it and let it happen. Just let it happen, right? Sometimes that's very important. And then, you know what? Step outside. Step out onto the grass or sand, the beach, whatever, even if it's a little cool. Just feel yourself grounded to the earth again. It will recharge that spirit that you have. It's important. Okay.
Stand by a waterfall.
Yeah, that too.
So next, I think was on YouTube that was Mare. Next on Facebook is Leslie.
Okay.
And then it's Mario. And I did get Marie down, Mario. Nick, yeah, I'll put you down for a card. Oh, and before you go, Myrna said, yeah, I've been thinking that I should work on that. Thank you.
My pleasure, Myrna. My pleasure. So this one is for Leslie.
Yes.
So Leslie, I got to tell you,
Hi, Teresa.
I kind of like this card for you. This is Jin. So this one here, if you notice, there are two faces. And then the real you underneath.
Yes, Emily.
All right. So, you know, I know with Leslie's going back and forth. She comes out, she goes out. She goes back to the province, comes back out here, check on mom and dad, you know, that sort of thing. And I know, check on mom to say, you know, come out, help. And sometimes that gets a little stressful, right? And sometimes you feel kind of torn. I would like to be home with mom, but I need to do my thing. And you know what I mean? So, you know, when it comes time for leaving and going back and stuff, we put on a brave face, right? The real one's underneath, right? So this one says wildness, service, and choices. And then there's the one part of Leslie, I think that is huge, is the enigma. How many really know Leslie, right? How many really get inside your bubble? And you know what? I got to tell you, when I met Leslie, I felt this amazing connection with her. It was just after we got to Hearst, remember? And we drove to Shelburne, and I got to meet her there. And you know what? And you know what?
And then we met her
at the bazaar.
The bazaar. Yeah.
And it was great to see her.
Bazaar.
But that enigma, I don't know enough about her, right? And I think sometimes you do that on purpose. Right? I think sometimes you don't want people to know as much about you, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'll tell you, the right person earns that privilege and invests the time to know who you are. And that's huge, right? That's huge, right? So, and the choices, we understand what the choices you make. You're there, you're back out here, you're out there, you're back out here. So, you know, you're a very that enigma is such a cool way to put it for you. But you know what? Don't change who you are. Don't change who you are. Okay. And she's got one of those smiles, eh? You really never know what's going on.
Yeah.
I noticed that, especially when we were at the bazaar. The smile's always like, yes, I'm here, but you don't know what I'm thinking. Right?
Mario. Teresa, we miss you too. Thank you. Teresa says she really misses us.
Okay. So who's this one for? Mario? I picked good cards. So Mario, this one is yours. Mario's card is Banyan Blessings, Security, the Hermit, Expansion, Stability. So I'm going to just break this card down for you, because this is so much your card. So the Hermit could be a little bit of you, because I know you've been kind of, so I'm confuzzled. The Hermit. So for a while there, you weren't out doing much. You were doing things at home on, you know, doing bracelets and things like that.
A lot of us were a hermit.
Yeah, and you know what? But some of us has taken it too far. I'm not saying you have, Mario, but we know people that have taken that too far. Now they don't want to be out in the public.
Becomes a phobia, right?
Right, becomes a phobia. Expansion and stability. So when I told you, you know, you do these fantastic bracelets and things like that, you needed to expand that. I kept saying, you need to push this, right? And the stability. right? Pick something, stay with it, follow it through. You have changed so much. And I'll tell you, you've changed so much since that night you came here and we cleared you. All right. Now look, newest member of our crew came on his first investigation on Saturday, had a great time with us, was awesome. And then there's the security. The security aspect of this card is for you as you know, I know you look after the boys and you look after Marie and you're doing whatever you can, right? But security doesn't always mean either financial or protective, right? Security can be just the knowing. You give that security. Do you give that security to Marie and knowing that, you know what, she means the world to you, right? And the boys, you're there to show them, guide them along the way. That's that security. Never let that go, right? Never, ever let that go. There is so much security in family. Doesn't have to be in money, right? You can always make more money. You can't always make more family or friends.
Well, when we say family, a lot of times we mean friends that
are family. Right?
Right. Well, we use family for that. It can be those that you're related to in blood and those that are just friends that are family. Yeah.
They're so close to you and they mean so much to you. And we're honored to have quite a few of them that we consider family.
Marie's giving him the eye, he says.
So I want you to continue doing what you're doing, right? Step outside that box, come on those investigations with us. Show what your creative skill is, right? I've seen it just in one of the little commercials you did for us, almost like a little promo video, right? And, you know, you have talents, explore those talents, right? And let's all go on this great ride, right? Because we're all about that. If something great's happening for us, we want to bring as many people along on that journey as we can. Right? We really do.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's your card.
So Emily says that she could use a clearing. Get in touch with us.
Yeah.
Because we can
also do those remotely.
Yes, that's what I was just going to say. We can actually do
but if you need us
just a FaceTime, and we would tell you some of the items that you would need to have, and then we can walk you through it.
Yeah.
Or if you need it in person.
Yep. Let us know.
Just let us know. Okay. So
who am I doing now? Am I doing Marie?
Ellie. Ellie is up. Ellie is on Facebook.
Okay, Ellie. Yours is raising winds. And you know what? The first thing that came to me when I saw raising winds was change. The winds of change, right? Things have changed for you a lot. Moved. Sold your house. Had to stay somewhere else until your new house was ready to go. Lost your mom. Lose your dad.
And your grandbaby.
Absolutely. Right? New house. New dog. Right? The winds of change are infinite. Right? They never stop. So in this one, it says it's a magical release, a calling, intention, and a stronghold. And you know what? And it's so true. That magical release, look, it's giving me goosebumps.
It is. Goosebumps.
There's things that we hold on to that are our spiritual belief to us, or our spiritual hold. And sometimes we have to let those go to make room for the new or the more deep, right? Something that's going to now shift your focus, right? How much do you love having that grandchild around? When we see the photos, just so happy, right? And you know, the intention. The strongest thing you can do is set your intention. Setting your intention puts you, Saywardberg, hi back to Alberta.
Hi,
Thanks for
Alberta.
joining us on TikTok. Setting your intention is the strongest thing you can do to move you forward, right? You set that intention of what you want to do, what you want to achieve, where you want to be, and what you believe, right? And funny, when you set that intention strong enough and you work on that intention strong enough, it becomes a manifestation. And then it becomes a result, an achievement, right? All of that is its own form of magic, right? And then the more that you do that, and the more that you see result, and the better that you feel, that's your stronghold. Right here, you know you can do it, right? I am a fortress unto thee, right? And I know that I know how long you and I have talked and things like that, and you are a wonderful soul, right? You're a wonderful soul. So pass that on to your your grandchild. Pass it on. Everything that makes you you, and that laugh and that smile, right, is you, right? And I know we've known each other long enough that there was a couple times you've opened up to me, and you know, I think we kind of both almost shared tears on the phone. And you know, I'm always here for you. We are.
Absolutely.
Right? We always are. And if you ever need us, we're there. Right? That's just who we are. But you know what? And that's that calling. That calling is sometimes you need to call for some help. Right? Sometimes we do. We need so maybe it's just a kind word of reassurance. That's all. Right? So
Teresa, I put you down for a card.
okay.
So Marie.
Oh.
Oh, there's your card.
Okay, Marie, this one's for you. Hidden familiars. What a kind of eclectic kind of card that is, right? Hidden familiars, allies, natural assistant, divine support, comfort. This kind of goes along with Mario's card, providing security, comfort, right? Allies, close friends that are like family, right? Natural assistance. Natural assistance comes from that feeling you get. And I see those feelings. I see those feelings.
Thanks, Ellie.
Ellie's off.
Yeah, she has to get going. Getting
Okay.
emotional.
All right.
Understandable.
We'll send you that reading.
Yeah.
That divine support, that energy system that you believe in. I see it in the posts that you make. And a lot of it is nature-based, right? Just a natural way of going through life, right? And the natural way you treat people, or they should be treated, right? Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe Marie needs a puppy. Look, oh look, and there's a dog on there. It's actually howling, but you know, we get the picture. Stop it, you. You're the last one that should be saying anything.
I'll help you pick one.
Oh, run, Mario, run. And that divine support, right? And comfort, right? Anytime people come here, we try to make them feel comfortable and welcome. And you should feel comfortable. We would never want anybody to come here and feel on edge,
No.
right? Or a bunny, Mayor says, or a
Or a
bunny.
bunny.
But and allies, having people that you can count on, right? That is huge. That is huge. I always say to people, and I'll say it again tonight, a measure of a person's wealth is not based on their dollar figure. It's based on the connections and the people that they hold dear,
Absolutely.
right? That's who these are for, right? And you know what? When you need that assistance, it's not wrong to ask, right? Don't hesitate to ask for help when you need it, right? That's what part of that's about, is that natural assistance. Talk to your spirit guides, right? Talk to your spirit guides. Listen carefully. The message is always there. It may not always be as clear as you want it to be, or it may not make sense at the moment, but when a situation comes up, you'll be like, that's what they meant, right? So make sure you follow along with that. Okay, who's next?
The next one's for Karen. I'm not sure if she's still here or not, but you know what? She can watch it back, right?
Right.
This one's for Karen.
And do we know which Karen?
We only have one Karen on here.
Okay.
Is it? Matter?
I'm just trying to tap in. That's all.
Karen Erickson.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh, she's still here.
Okay, good,
Thanks, Karen.
good. Okay, Karen.
Hello, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Welcome. We're just doing some card pulls.
So, Karen, yours is, make sure everybody can see it. Yours is Vervain Everlasting, Spellbound, Soul Alignment, Release, and Protection. This is a very interesting card. So that Spellbound, usually when they say Spellbound, that is, you'll hear somebody says, oh, you're spellbound.
Thanks, Mario. We do
Right.
too.
And we do as well, Mario. Very true. Absolutely. That spellbound means you've been enamored by something. Something has caught your attention. And a soul alignment, right? Then there's a release, that release of, sometimes it's just that release of apprehension, right? That release of resistance, right? You want to, sometimes we get those things where we want to move forward and we're afraid to take the jump, whether it's in work or home or romance or, but you know what? If there's that soul alignment, which one are you reading?
Do you scuba dive? Something else?
Yeah, I don't scuba dive.
Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
see that till just now.
So that soul alignment is important, right? And it may not be with a significant other. It may be someone that's a dear friend, right? You share that connection, and that's important as well, right? The protection is about protecting that connection and that alignment, right? Don't let others interfere with it. Always look after the ones that you hold dear. We always want to protect them, right? Friends, family, whoever, right? If they're important to you, you want to protect them. And that's just as plain as it gets to. The spellbound can be at that kind of connection with another soul in the means of they've swept you off your feet. You just find them extremely fascinating to talk to. And, you need to learn more about them. And you're just kind of caught up in everything that they do, right? And if it's one that aligns with you, even better, right? And I think you already have a feeling on that, on who that person is, right? And you needed to hear this, that, maybe what I'm doing is right. I think that's what this card's saying. So I hope that resonates with you and you can take that along with you, that there is something about that, right?
Aunt Bev.
I felt a card for Aunt Bev earlier. Right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is rigid. Okay, throw that over there. So this one says Psychic Flames, 3/3/3, Sacred Milk, Druid Magic.
Mm.
Not interesting. The Druids. The Druids are the ones connected with Stonehenge, right? So you know what? I take this in the means of the Psychic Flames. You get things that come forward, and we don't always pay attention to it right away. So it has to keep coming back. It comes back. It comes back, and those flames run deep, right? I think with Aunt Bev, I'm pretty sure that you can. Every once in a while, you feel like Barb and Jean are near you, right? Maybe it's the little wind-up music box, right? 3/3/3 is important. 3/3/3 is an angel repeating number, but it's also a lot of things always happen in threes. They always say, when bad things happen, it happens in threes. And when you get, when we're doing paranormal investigations, anything in the means of scratches and the number 3 is always get something. It's a religious significance, but it's also for angel repeating numbers, right? 3/3/3. We see that quite often, right? So for that, there is, and that Druid magic. So the Druids always believed that the magic was aligned with celestial spots. Stonehenge has very astrological layouts to stones, right? And that magic is of very much realm, right? And if you look at the picture of the woman in this picture, she's got long, fiery red hair, right? That psychic flame is what she carries in the forms of her hair. Don't always just question off like you think you're feeling crazy or something when you get one of those messages from your sisters, right? Never discount them. They're there. They're trying to tell you something. Okay.
Emily. So Beth and Nicole just asked if they can have a card. I'll leave that to you because we have Emily and Nick and Teresa.
We're already pushing
So
the time limit on.
We'll see Beth and Nicole how the next couple of cards go.
Okay, so who's
Emily?
Emily. And
then it's Nick and Teresa.
So this one is Astral Travel. Okay.
That one up, maybe turn it a bit because it's a little bit. See how it's catching the light? There you go. That's better.
There you go.
For a second, anyways.
Astral Travels. So funny how on one of the cameras were sitting on the right side, and actually things come up straight. This one is backwards, and this one here it comes up right. Interesting.
Which one's is backwards on?
Watch. Words are backwards.
Oh.
Over here it's not.
Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's backwards here too.
That one I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised at that one. Anyways, sorry everybody.
So possible impossibilities. Freedom, traveler, inner dreams. Now I know already. Emily gets visions of things, don't you? I know you do. Right? Sometimes you don't know what to make of them. So that possible impossibility, first I would like you to do is start writing down what dreams you're getting. Because I know you get, I'm using the word dreams loosely, could be visions, right?
She says she's interesting. I've been having some very interesting dreams, vivid with white animals.
Yes.
Yes, I do, she said.
So write them down and we can talk about them. And there's and where it says traveler.
She says she's been journaling a lot.
Okay, good. Where it says traveler, when in these dreams and these visions, they take you places, right? They take you places, but they're taking you places for a reason, right? It's something that you need to be able to understand. It's like an out-of-body experience, right? And I'll be honest, and in these dreams, some of these are very familiar to you. You've been there before, right? You've been there before. So let's find what that connection is, right? Let's find what that connection is. But don't think for a second that these, and I know sometimes you do, like, why am I dreaming about this? Why did I have that dream? Don't hinder it, right? Relax and explore that journey. It's going to open doors, those things, it'll open your eyes, things that you will see differently, right? Where it says possible impossibilities. Never think, you know what, I shouldn't be doing this, or that'll never happen. Could. Right? Could. So when if you know, and especially if you're having, where it comes when you're awake and the dreams come back to you kind of spotty, right? Mark down the key points. What?
She says, I have a very hard time remembering my dreams, but I do write bits and pieces.
Oh, so there you go.
And I have been meditating a lot more than usual.
Good. When you're meditating, the important thing is breathing. You always have to breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth, cleansing breaths each time. It removes all that carbon dioxide that comes out. Just let it out. Let it out. Right? And take that fresh air in. It'll give you clarity. Right? And if you're having your dreams, so you know what, before you go to bed or something like that, and if you're having dreams on a pretty regular basis, set your attention ahead of time. You know what? I really want to remember this dream. I would really like to remember this dream. And when I wake up, I'm going to remember this dream and I'm going to write it down. Set your intention. Your intention is your strongest weapon for yourself. Set your intention. Okay? So keep traveling.
So Mare says her numbers are 1111 and 1027. That's interesting. We both see
1111.
1111 a lot.
Like I'd say probably every day.
Almost every day at one point.
And we send it to each other.
Emily says, I will definitely do that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nick. Nick is next.
Okay, so I get, sometimes I get things that just come out of the card. So this one is songbirds. Songbirds. There we go. So Hexbreaker, sound healing, final goodbye, and release. So it's weird. Why do I get this? There's something that you've been having trouble letting go of. And it seems very strong. Something that you have not wanted to say goodbye to. Someone, something, and you struggle with it. And I don't know why I'm getting such a chain, like almost like it just holds you back or holds you down. And you need to let it go, that release. For me, I find the sounds of birds outside. We have 4 big feeders outside for the birds out there. And the different sounds and songs that they make, each one of them tells a story, right? So, and that hex breaker is, if you ever notice, if you're just outside and you kind of get lost into just sitting out in nature and maybe lost in your own head or something like that, lost in your own feelings, and a bird comes by and it starts singing a tune, and you'll notice we tend to stop what we're doing and listen to the sound, right? And we do that because usually that sound is something that resonates with us. It makes us feel different, and it breaks whatever maybe that mood or we're in, because most birds sing a joyful song, right? And that sound is therapeutic, right? It's therapeutic. But I really get that you're holding on to something and you need to let it go because it's not serving you. Whether it's something that's happened, a feeling, I feel a heaviness and it sits right here. And you need to just grab a hold of it and pull it off and let it go. Right?
And you can physically do that, actually.
You can.
Nick. You can
You
actually
can.
physically do that. It's making you emotional. I can feel it.
It's something like I'm struggling, right? It's almost like you're trying to swim and you've got weights on your ankles. But you need to just take them off and just be, right? So, you know what? I hope that resonates with you because I have this overwhelming feeling, right? Hi, Alberta on TikTok. I just hope that works with you. Okay. Yes, but made me emotional.
Yeah, I can feel that. Teresa. A few people are talking about their numbers. So Emily and Mare, funny, they both said the numbers that they resonate, or actually when they looked it up, is the time of their birth.
Oh, there you go.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
It'd be interesting for everybody that's watching to, if you don't know, to go check what your time of birth is and see if you resonate with those.
I'll never know. I was adopted. I don't know. This is for Teresa.
This is for Teresa.
Salamander. Salamander is the magic. Pure magic for this card is the salamander. So, creative work, infinite wisdom, alchemy. Now, I will tell you this. I want you brewing up something for your neighbors. Yep. Okay. The creative work. I've seen the things that you make in the past and the things that you do. And it means a wreaths.
And I was gonna say, we actually have a wreath that she made.
And I got to tell you, that kind of stuff is good for your soul. It's therapy, right? And it's a creation. It's a creation you do. It's a culmination of the things that you gather and put them together. It's a form of alchemy, right? Alchemy is essentially just powders, potions, things like that. We now call them pharmacists. Right? Essentially what it was taking natural ingredients, putting them together, and it was stuff that was used for pain medication, things like that, like in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Funny, before alchemists, we called them witches. Because they did it with herbs and roots and things like that. We're witches. It's what we did, right? They had to give it a fine, fancy name. That infinite wisdom, when you hear that word, those infinite wisdom is about the things you've learned as you go forward, the things that you gather, the knowledge you know, right? And sometimes that knowledge that you've gathered is not something that you share, because you know what? There's a time and a place to reveal that knowledge, right? And it's also the knowledge of knowing when, right? I know you just closed up your trailer. You're home now, right? So you're going to make the most of this time you have home now. It's time to go back to that creative work, right? You just did a job, you just changed careers, right? It's time to focus on that creativity that you have. I see your creativity in your TikToks, right? I do see it in your TikToks. So dive into that. Don't be afraid. Join into it. Have a plan of what you want to do, right? Set that intention, right? Take all your ideas, put them together into that formula and make them happen and watch them flourish. That's the alchemy for you. That is that taking all the ingredients that you have up here and knowing what needs to be done, putting them together and growing that plan. Right? That's what I see for you. And the picture's kind of cool in the night sky, right? You know what you see when you look at the stars and the moon? Endless possibilities, right? Endless possibilities. So go with that, right? And I can't wait to see what you create because the wreath that you did for us was fantastic. It's beautiful. Okay, last one.
Well, there's two more if you're okay to.
Let's do two more and then that'll be it.
So Beth.
Okay.
And then Nicole.
What are you reading?
So Beth had said, Mom's Moon Terry, and Teresa said, you're dead on.
Thank you. I don't have my glasses on, so it's very hard for me to read the laptop way over there.
You can't read
the comments.
Comments very well.
No, thank God YouTube's right in front of me. Okay, this one's Beth's.
Beth.
Ooh. That's a good one for you, Beth.
And Beth, we still need to connect. We haven't forgotten.
Yeah. Belladonna Visions. That's what this card is. Belladonna Visions. So, caution, guidance, clarity, stand firm. We're going to be part of that in the clarity, right? Caution. Self-explanatory. I know things have been happening, things have been changing, but take it slow, right? There's no need to rush. Things will come clear as time moves forward slowly, hence your clarity. I know you have always stood firm, but now is not the time to let it ease off, right?
Oh.
You have now the chance to reclaim yours, right? Stand firm, right? Don't be swayed by others' words, right? The guidance, we're going to help with that. We'll help with that. But also listen to what your intuition tells you. Trust your gut, right? When we do that, we actually we already set an intention when we trust the gut. You're already starting that intention. That intention of saying, you know what? I want the truth. I want that honesty. And I want that connection. And I'd like those answers, right? It's a very interesting card for her. So for that standing firm, the guidance, the clarity, the caution, all point to one thing. Here's your path, and we're going to go down it. And you're going to follow it through, right? Standing firm means not allowing someone to knock you off your path, right? Mm. And the guidance is that reaching out when you need to on the path, but not leaving the path, It's okay to ask for help on the path. Don't deviate from your path. Right? That's how people get lost. They believe that maybe they're not on the right path and they choose an alternate or an easier one, and then they get lost on the path. Right? Don't get lost.
So Beth commented that her gut has been going crazy these days. So you need to
I'm
calm.
sure.
You need to calm your mind. Calm your mind.
Yep.
And just listen.
Yep.
It's hard, but
You know what?
you
You need
can
to
do it.
see us, and then I think you're going to maybe need a little bit of Reiki.
Mhm.
We need to take care of some chakras, right?
Mhm.
They're a little bit out of whack.
And Emily says she resonates with a lot of these cards, and that can happen.
It can.
That can happen, Emily.
There might be a whole general
Yeah.
message in all of them that resonates with
Yeah.
you.
With whoever's here with us.
Okay.
So Nicole is our last one.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be in touch. Okay, Beth. I've forgotten. We've been quite busy, but it's slowing down a little bit now. So we'll be in touch. Okay.
Nicole. Hallowed heart. Hallowed heart. So that hallowed heart, veneration, sensuality, gentleness, nakedness. So what this is telling me is you're leaving yourself exposed, right? Maybe that heart has awakened. Somebody has sparked those feelings, right? And they've done it the right way. They haven't come in like a steamroller. They've come in, and you know what? They're moving at your pace. It's now a dance, right? Whether you take on that dance as a paso doble or a waltz. But in the gentleness I see would be more the waltz, right? Veneration is that whole respect and honor that you're giving this relationship or this connection. The veneration of it is to kind of like put it on a pedestal, and or it's like a potted plant. Now you're going to water it, and you're going to grow it, and you're going to nurture it, and you're going to talk to it, and it's going to move forward, right? So, and the sensuality, when you hear that, everybody will sometimes misinterpret that. The sensuality is that caring, loving, the deepness, right? That whole being immersed in it, right? Being totally immersed, right? And so then when you do that, you open that heart up, right? And that's where that nakedness comes from. You're allowing someone in, right? Some people look at it as walls. I've got walls around me. Well, now
Good night, Beth.
That nakedness means you're leaving that exposed, right? And you're hoping that whoever you're giving your heart to, or this connection to, or this relationship to, treasures it as much as you have, right? So it's not saying don't do it. It's saying this is things. These are probably how you're feeling about it right now. This is what's happening, right? So you have to kind of just let it happen.
So Nicole just said, I haven't met anyone new, but someone has come into my mind a lot lately. I haven't seen in years, but I have a feeling I'm going to see very soon.
Ding, ding, ding. Right? I feel this is going to be good for you. I kind of feel
exciting.
I think I kind of feel like it's what you've been waiting for, right? And you have a bit of an optimism about it, right? So I hope it turns out for you, and I hope you'll keep us posted that it's coming to fruition. It's exactly everything that you've wanted and hoped for, and always remember this. I always say to people, don't look for the ones that just want to get to know you. Everybody will get to know you, Look for the ones that invest the time. Because you know what? If they're willing to invest their time understanding you and knowing you and getting that deep connection with you, the reward, the payback for the investment is huge, right? We find someone that we resonate with, right? Take the time and I'm going to sound like I'm just spewing out relationship advice here, but I'm going to tell you, when you meet someone, it's not enough to just go, you know what? I like being around this person. Invest the time to truly know them, what they like, how they sleep, things like that, things that are important to them, right? Because you know what? When you do it, they do it. And then guess what? You have this connection that is a stronghold, because you know you'll never find someone that knows you the way they do, right? So I hope this really works out for you, Nicole.
Oh my God, thank you. I've been wishing for it for a long time.
It's happening. This is the time for you. So I want to thank all of you.
Absolutely.
All of you on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Right? Thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We hope that I hope that the card reads resonate with you, and that you feel that there's something in there for you and that you get something out of it. Because I tell you, Lori knows I love doing them.
He
right?
does.
I really do love doing them, and I hope for all of you it becomes something you look forward to.
So watch for us Saturday night.
Saturday night.
We'll
be doing a live.
Do some lives definitely on Facebook.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
We might just jump back and forth
on YouTube. But we will definitely be.
And we're also going to record this investigation with cameras.
So it will be up
it will
eventually.
Be posted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So everybody have a great week. Look after each other. Be humble and kind. Right? And for all of you, you're our family.
Have a wonderful week, everybody.
We'll
Take care. See you soon.